Hey guys, and welcome to another streaming video. And today's video is the top 20 Super Mario Party characters. This is based purely on their dice blocks, so this is going to be helping you out with which characters you should play as when playing in party mode, because there's quite a mix of dice blocks in this game, and yeah, a lot of them are bad, a lot of them are good. I'll tell you which ones I think are the best. Let's go. Now starting off, number 20 is Monty Mole. Now if you saw my 25 reasons why Super Mario Party is trash video, you'll know how stupid Monty Mole's dice block is. It's literally just a downgrade to the standard one. Instead of a 1, you can get an extra coin. I mean, unless you're on 9 coins and you're right next to the star, this is the most pointless dice. And it's a shame, because Monty Mole is a brand new character, and I was really looking forward to playing as him, until I saw his dice. So yeah, rip in the chat for Monty. And number 19 is Goomba. Now most of the reasons why I dislike Monty Mole applies to Goomba, but instead of getting 1 coin, you get 2. Wow. I mean, it does also mean you can't get 2, so it's really close between Goomba and Monty Mole, and it's really frustrating that these two characters are so bad, as they're brand new, so fix this, Nintendo, please. And number 18 is Yoshi. Wow, why does Yoshi always get done so badly in these Mario spin-off games? It's actually really sad. Like in Mario Tennis Aces, I thought he was really bad, and now this, like, his dice book is pretty awful. Yeah, there's actually a 7 on it, but other than that, there's no high numbers, and a 0 as well. So yeah guys, don't get trolled by the 7 in his dice, trust me. And number 17 is Hammer Bro. Although Hammer Bro isn't a completely new character, it was cool to see him added, but Nintendo didn't do him very nicely. With no side above 5 on his dice, and the fact there's still 2 1s, it means it's pretty much impossible to have a good throw with Hammer Bro. See, I did that, never mind. And number 16 is Bowser Jr. Now, although Bowser Jr. has a 9 on his dice, which if you get, is great, but there's also 3 1s on his dice, meaning it's like a 50% chance you'll have an awful roll. But if you get lucky and get the other half, you'll at least get 4, which isn't too bad, but all those 1s puts him at this position. And number 15 is Shy Guy. Ever wanted a 4 really badly? If you do, then Shy Guy is the guy you want. It's almost certain that you would get a 4. Whether you consider that as a good roll or not is up to you. But there's also that chance of 0, meaning overall you don't really have a chance of a good roll. I think it'd be good if you had him as an ally and really needed a 4, but other than that, he's really not that useful. And number 14 is Waluigi. Now Waluigi's dice is surprisingly just like a slightly worse version of Luigi's, with a -3 instead of Luigi's 1, and 2 5s instead of a 5 and a 6. I don't think they will ever do Waluigi nicely in any game that he's actually included in. Anyway, it's just like they hate him for some reason. Like, what did he do wrong? Come on guys. And number 13 is Koopa Troopa. So other than a 10, Koopa's dice really doesn't have much. I'm surprised there's a no 0 option on it, as most of the blocks with a higher number like 10 normally have at least one side of a 0. It's cool the fact that there's a chance you can get a 10, which is huge, but if you don't, the max you're going to get is a 3. That's kind of disappointing. And number 12 is Diddy Kong. I find this dice block really strange. 50% chance of 7, but also 50% chance of 0. This is one of the most risky blocks out there. You could very easily just get nowhere for ages and stay at the same spot. Very easily ruin your game. But there's always that chance that you could do really well. It's all just dependent on luck. And number 11 is Rosalina. This, like Diddy Kong's, has a decent chance of you going nowhere with 2 plus 2 sides on it. There's also an 8, making it really tempting to use, as there's always a chance you will make it. However, if you don't get an 8, you're not really going to go very far, as you can only really get a 3 or a 4, or even worse, a 0. So this is very risk or reward. Starting off the top 10 is Luigi. Well, Luigi's dice is actually quite good. There's a 5, a 6 and a 7, which is really tempting. But you've always got to look at the fact that half the dice is just 1s, which you definitely don't want. So Luigi has a decent dice, but it's not good enough to make it above 10th on my list. And number 9 is Pom Pom. So why do we get this disgusting creature instead of Boom Boom? And the sad thing is, she was actually given quite a good dice block for some reason, with lots of 3s, which isn't a bad roll, as well as an 8 and a 0. Even with the chance of a 0, the fact that the worst you can get other than that is a 3 is great. And number 8 is Daisy. Well, people have really mixed opinions on this dice, as the max you can get is 4, but the worst is 3. This is actually a great dice for an ally, as it would be nice to have an option for someone like this, as well as the chance of a much higher roll too. But just for Daisy, it's overall a very average dice block. Sums up Daisy really, just average. Number 7 is Mario. Now as normal, Mario is the best all-round kind of dice block, and if you want a less panicky and crazy atmosphere, I recommend Mario. There's nothing that can go crazily wrong, but also can't go crazily right. With 3 3s and other than that a normal dice, it makes him very average, which best suits his normal playing style. Now number 6 is Peach. I'm actually quite a big fan of Peach's dice block, with 0, a 6 and other than that a quite normal dice block. The chances of 6 makes it really tempting, and there's only one option for 0, and other than that the 2s and the 4s are actually quite good and can be quite handy throughout Mario Party. So yeah, a definitely highly recommended character. And number 5 is Dry Bones. Now I see this as kind of a better version of Diddy Kong's, mainly because there's half the chance of getting a 6 and half the chance of getting a 1. The reason Dry Bones is so much higher than Diddy Kong though, is mainly just because it's a 1s instead of 0s. 0s are probably the most frustrating things. I can make it go really wrong if you're already on a bad space. Say you land on an unlucky space, and then you get a 0, you have to do it again. Stuff like that just really annoys me, so I decided to put Dry Bones a lot higher than him. And number 4 is Donkey Kong. Now DK's dice block is one of the weirdest in this game, with 3 0s. That's actually crazy. The fact that it's a 50% chance that you won't move at all is quite risky, but if you do manage to avoid these sides, then you'll have an amazing roll, with either 10s or 5 coins. This is overall a very risk or reward kind of dice, so if you're feeling lucky, maybe DK is the way to go. And number 3 is Boo. Like some of the other dice blocks on this list, if you have luck on your side, you could do a great roll, but there's always a chance you could get 0 or lose coins. Boo's dice has 2 5s and 2 7s, making it look like a great dice, but you've also got to keep a look at the minus coins, although you are less likely to get those ones. The fact that it's more likely you'll get a great roll than an awful run, Boo is a great character in my opinion. And number 2 is Bowser. Bowser's dice is definitely the most attractive, with an 8, a 9 and a 10 on its dice. Like no one else is anywhere near that. Although the other half is a 1, -3 and -3. So overall, it's a 50% chance you'll get a great roll, but also a 50% chance you'll have a really bad one. So yeah, if you're feeling lucky, Bowser's definitely a good shout. Now finally, at number 1 is Wario. Yep, Wario is actually useful in a spin-off Mario title. Often due to his size, he's put in power categories for most of the sports games, which normally makes him quite bad, but luckily this doesn't require much running, so Wario is actually really good. With 4 6s on his dice, making it more likely than not that you will get a 6 when playing with him. Yeah, there are 2 -2 coin sides, but 2 coins really isn't that bad if you think about it. So yeah, I definitely recommend this guy when trying to smash your friends at Mario Party. And that's the end of today's video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you didn't, please leave a like. I also want to say thank you for 100 subscribers, which is actually insane. We've actually staying in it now, and we're not losing subs anymore. So yeah, really appreciate it, and YouTube for giving up of taking my subs. So yeah, check my Twitter and Patreon in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.